It's so exciting. I'm live. Let's go live. La, la, la. Let's see if I can go live on Instagram too. Am I live? Go live? Go live? Whoops. Ah! Oh no, I might have screwed up the Instagram. Let's see. Is it going? Having trouble just streaming to Instagram. Okay. Try creating a new Instagram stream. Okay, well, give me one more second to try to create a new Instagram stream. Let's see if I can do that. Live video. Your weird thing. Audience. Public. Next. This is fun to watch me do the tech stuff ahead of time. Copy. Here we go. Let's try this one more time. Edit. If you are here early, I would love for you to oh boy. Okay, remove. And then add. Oh Lord. Click and then save changes. Okay. Hello. Hi everybody. How's it going? All right, let me see if I've got this now. Oh, all right. And I'm going to go live on TikTok too, because, why not? It's a big experiment, everybody. Hey, everybody, it's Sam Bennett from therealsambennett.com. Yeah, it's Friday night here in Connecticut. I hope you're enjoying your time wherever you are. Wendy says this video and sound all good. Maya's here. Julie, what up, girl? Peggy, how are you? I'm so glad to see you. Hello, TikTok friends. I'm going to try and do all the things with both cameras. Let me just, there we go. There we go. We're live on the gram. Hi, Instagram people. Adrian, I'm so glad you're here. Y'all, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot of ground to cover. This is all about how you can take that which you have been criticized for, that which you think is weird, that which your family and friends look at you and go, why are you like that? And you're like, you know why? Because it makes me money. That's why. We are going to talk about how to turn your foibles, your quirks, the interesting way your mind works, the things you're interested in, the bizarre skills and talents that you have accumulated along the way, and how to turn them into, if not money, joy. I want you to have a more joyful life. I want you to have a more joyful life. I want you to have a more joyful life. I don't know about you guys, but we've been working hard. It's been a long couple of years. This pandemic thing I don't think is really over. We're recovering from a lot of things. We got a lot of stuff going on, and I want you to feel the creative satisfaction. I want you to feel lifted up. I want you to greet every day with joy in your heart and grace in your spirit. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Fran. Great to see you all. So let's start with our breathing. This is a great way to get more joy in. Hi, Audrey. Hi, Trisha. Hi, Christine. Scott. Ms. Marie, great to see you. Let's do our breathing, right? So we're going to inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. I'll count us through it. Ignore it if you like, but most people find it to be very restful and even inspiring. And it is also a way to set this time apart from other time. This is not like another webinar. This is a point of transformation for you. Everything can be different starting right now. The past does not determine our future. Everything can be different starting right now. Starting right now. So let your belly go soft. Open up your hands in an attitude of receiving. You're so generous and you give so much to so many all day. This is for you to receive. Soften your heart, soften your self-judgment, soften your judgment of others. Feel that divine light that you know is inside of you. Feel that flame light up. Feel it fill up your body. You ready? Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my goodness, that feels good. All right. Here's what we're here for today. I want to make you make this sound. Oh. Go ahead and make that sound right now. Oh. Why? Because that's the sound you make. It's followed by something like, oh, that's easy. Or, oh, I could do that. Or, oh, that seems fun. Right? Hi, Susie Q. So that's the sound I want you to make. I want you to understand that you can become your own economy. You can become your own economy. You already are your own economy. Whatever anybody says is going on out there in the economy, in the politics, in the world, that does not necessarily have to pertain to you. Okay? You are a deeply creative person who has the power to pull the lever anytime you want to bring the money in you need. This is not fantasy land. This is not me like, oh, dream it and believe it. I'm telling you, you actually have the power to do this. We see people do this all the time. You are no more or less special than anybody else. Maybe a little more special, but just a little. And I know everybody's really concerned about this sort of disruption and chaos and uncertainty that's happening. You know what helps to certainty is having a big bucket of money. You know what helps when they're coming to take your rights away? Having a big bucket of money. You know what helps when you've got healthcare concerns and financial concerns? Having a big bucket of money and understanding that you can create that money. You don't need other people's approval. You don't need a job from somebody else. You can do it yourself. And it is the great joy of being an entrepreneur is to know, oh, I can just do this. Okay. I want you to feel that power and understanding. So that's what we're here to talk about. Mia says listening hard emoji. There should be one. There should be like a, I'm listening. I love that. Thank you. Hi, Horace. Hi, Nikki. Great to see you. Madeline. So I'm going to give you some new ideas maybe, because I'm sure you've had the thought of like, well, you know, or somebody has seen the thing you've done and been like, oh my God, that's amazing. You should make money from that. Oh my God, do you sell that? And you're like, oh my God, no, you have no idea how much work goes into this. I am not selling this. You can't pay me enough to sell it, right? You may have had that experience. But there's ways you're not thinking of. And that's what today, let me walk you through some of those tonight. And big shocker, you're going to get an invitation to work with me. I've got a class that starts tomorrow. It's called the Get It Done Lab, 90 days to 10K. That's right. We start tomorrow, and 90 days later, I want you to have at least 10K or more in your pocket from your creative efforts. We're going to work 15 minutes a day, every single day, to make 10K in a way that is fun and joyful and not depleting or exhausting. Because I don't know about you, but I'm already completely exhausted, right? Macaque is asking, I'm 6 years clean. Good for you. Also planning on writing a book. Can you please give me some inspiration? Stay tuned, babe. That's all I do is inspire day and night. But just remember that you can open yourself up to inspiration. I got an email from somebody the other day that's like, oh, I'm working on my money blocks. You don't need to work on your money blocks. You don't need to work on your mindset. You don't need to work on your abundance mentality. I mean, yes, do that work. And I'm here to tell you that if you spend 15 minutes a day, every single day, working on the fun, money bringing in activities that we will help you determine tonight, the blocks will dissolve because you will see the money arrive. And you're like, oh, apparently I'm blocked. I'm unblocked. That's great. Okay. Yes, there's inner work to do, but there's also outer work to do. And you can do it in 15 minutes a day. Swearsies. I know because I've been doing this forever. I've seen thousands of people do this. You know what? Okay, this is so like cheesy webinar of me, but I just saw this testimonial from a couple of years ago. This person said, sometimes it feels like I've been sleepwalking through the past 20 years, just putting one foot in front of the other, just getting through another day. Saying yes to this program meant saying yes to myself and opening up my heart and mind to trusting that I'm going to have the time, as in lifetime, to do the work that matters to me. I'm just saying. Okay. I also need your help because at some point, like I said, we're going to get into the sales portion of our presentation later on. And you're going to sit there and go, oh, yeah, I get it. Sam's got this course and it sounds really great. By the way, you can see it if you go to therealsambennett.com/lab, therealsambennett.com/lab, LAB. You can see all the details. When I talk you through what the actual program is a little bit later, after we cover some teaching, you're going to be like, oh, that sounds great. But you know what? I think I'm good. I feel really good that you've given me a lot of information, given me a lot to think about. I think I'm good, Sam. And you know what? That's going to be a mistake. And it's going to be my fault because what I have done is given you a dinner of potato chips. Now, I know most of these free webinars are just like fluff, 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 hype, hype, hype. This is not like that. This is going to be actual teaching. Get your pens out. But we all know that this diet of free things is not moving the needle for you. This diet of free things is not moving the needle for you. It's fun, it's entertaining, it's educational even, but it's not changing things for you. If you want to change things, you're going to need to invest time and money. Okay. So when we get to the sales thing, you'll promise me you're not going to be like, I'm good. I've had a dinner of potato chips, Sam. I don't need anything else, right? You're not going to be like that. You're going to be like, I'm going to listen to what she has to say because I really want to change my life. Okay. Mia says, fruit, I feel seen. Excellent. The Get It Done Lab. So I started teaching Get It Done like in 2020. It's a workshop, and then it turned into a book, and now it's the lab. And it's about putting this theory into practice that you can get done whatever it is you want to get done by focusing on it 15 minutes a day. The new book is doing extremely well. We were #1 in new releases, Kindle Time Business Management. Woo! Very exciting. And you deserve to be more seen than you are. You deserve to be visible in the world. You deserve to have your work be visible in the world to the people who already love it. I don't want you becoming visible to trolls. I don't want you becoming visible to people who are going to criticize you. I want you to be visible to yourself, for you to see the glory and the genius that is you and lives inside of you and always has. And I want you to be visible to the people who are out there looking for you and what you do right now. Okay. You may be like I was, addicted to broke. I was addicted to broke, and I was really good at being broke too. I can't even tell you, like I was so broke for, and I won't ever say poor because I wasn't under-resourced. I had lots of resources. I just didn't have any money. And because I kept focusing on, I kept not doing, I like, oh, they want me to work on a show for free. I'll do that instead of have a job and make money. Oh, I want to do this project instead of have a job and make money. That was the trade-off. I'm not sorry I did it, but it was financially pretty disastrous. And the thing is that not only was I kind of addicted to broke, I was really good at being broke. You know, I walked around with broke like it was my pet. My scrunchie is my pet. Like, oh, I'm so broke. I'm so good at being broke. Watch me. Watch. I used to play, guess how much this outfit cost? Because I shopped from everything at the thrift store. And it was always under $100, including bra and shoes. Right? I could do anything with beans and rice. Still can. I like meant that I thought that being good at being broke was a virtue. Right? I was also addicted to busy. So give me a little shout out on the TikToks or on the live streams if you're like, oh, yes, I also seem to have a perverse addiction to broke. I also seem to have a perverse addiction to busy. I am busy. I'm too busy. I don't have time because I'm so busy. And if I'm not busy, I'm overwhelmed, right? So, and all this conspires to like create some weird low self-esteem thing where you think it's like you're not good enough for something. But that can't be true. You're marvelous, right? Maya says a perverse addiction to signing up for programming. Interesting. Make a note. What else are you oddly addicted to? Some of us are a little bit addicted to feeling like the outsider. I don't belong, wouldn't want to belong to a club that would have me. Right? Julie says, yes, addicted to broke, busy, overwhelmed. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mia says, mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, good, good. Let's see. Who else? Famous in Texas. Charlene, Nikki, how's it going? Are you feeling a little called out? A little bit? Okay, good. I had no idea how easy and fun it could be to be my own economy. I had no idea how easy and fun it could be to bring in the money I needed whenever I needed it. And I still don't live a super fancy life. I mean, I could take you on a tour of the house. It's not that fancy. But it enables me to travel when I want to travel first class because it's better up in front. You guys, that was like in my broke days, I was like, that's stupid to pay that extra money to be up in front. No, it's better. They give you drinks and you don't have to stand in line for so long. You get to go to the lounge. It's gorgeous. Anyway, have your judgments about, notice, are you having judgments about that? Are you having judgments about like first class? Why? That's not right. That's what we call self-limiting behavior. Just notice, just notice. Maya says it's so much better, especially for a long haul flight, right? Plus I'm almost 6 feet tall. They've made those chairs so tiny back there. I can't sit in those chairs. Julie says, I have the red badge of outsider. I'm very good and virtuous at it. Yes. Julie, way to call yourself out. Good job. Good job. Way to call yourself out. Who else is going to be brave and call themselves out? I'm the one putting baby in a corner, right? They're not doing it to me. I'm doing it to me. Somebody says, I'm so interested in your work, and they hand you a business card. Do you call them? I don't think you do. Right? All right. So I've been running this mid-six-figure business since 2009, full-time. This means I've generated literally millions of dollars. It's crazy to me, but true. I've written 3 books. What have I done? I wrote a musical. Oh, the musical is so fun, you guys. I hire geniuses and pay them whatever they want, basically. I run international retreats. My friend Amy Ehlers and I are running a series of retreats we call Barefoot Perfect. We were in Belize for 2 years, and then we went to Crete last year, which was incredible. And this year we're going to Majorca. If you're interested in that, you can find it at barefootperfect.com. barefootperfect.com. And those of you who are into digital marketing, those of you who are into digital marketing, go to barefootperfect.com and take a look at that page. The page itself needs some tweaks visually, I think, but the copy, I'm as proud of that copy as I am of any of the books I've ever written. Like, it's a really good page. So, borrow the best ideas and use them for yourself. Okay? Yeah, and I know you guys aren't like super motivated by money or power or prestige, which is fine. It makes you incorruptible. It's delightful. And it means that you end up with not very much money or power or prestige. And I want you to be able to buy the good olives. I want you to be able to fly first class when you're going somewhere. I want you to be able to treat yourself and treat your children and your grandchildren. I want you to be able to pick up the check at lunch. I want you to be able to over-tip. Oh my God, raise your hand if you love over-tipping. Give me a thumbs up and a heart on the TikToks if you love. I love to over-tip. Why? Because I worked for tips. I've had that job. And I know how much one good tip can change your whole day, right? Restore your faith in humanity. One good tip. So yeah, that's what we're here for, right? We don't want 10K for, I don't know. I don't know what would be silly. Maybe you do want 10K for something silly. I think that'd be awesome too. And how I got here was, first of all, I spent well over $100,000, and maybe that by now it's probably closer to $200,000 on training, on coaches, on workshops, on conferences, on retreats, on getting myself in rooms with people who were up to big things, with teachers who were better at what I did than I was, people who'd walked the path, and make sure you guys, you don't have to work with me, but work with somebody because you don't know all the things that you need to know, but work with somebody who's done it, right? You want to write and publish books, work with somebody who's written and published books. You want to, have a mid six-figure business, work with somebody who has a mid six-figure business. Okay. Yes, big tipper, big tipper, big tipper. I know, I love it, right? It's a beautiful thing. It's, $5 or $10 or whatever it is that means way more to them than it does to me. And I want you to have that kind of generosity and ease with money, right? So go ahead and write down for yourself, what would it mean for you to have generosity and ease around money? Like, what's one thing you would do if you had an extra 10K lying around with, no particular plans for it? What's something that you would do for you? How about that? Something you would do for you, not for somebody else, for you, that would delight you. What's something that you could do for you that would nourish you? What's something you could do for you that, maybe something you could buy that every time you looked at it, you went, oh, there's that thing I love, right? Buy some new clothes and shoes. Yes. Pay to fix my car. Yes. Travel to France. Yes. Yes. Exactly. All right. So today we're going to talk about some weekly massages. Oh, shoot, girl, daily massages, right? But yes, weekly for sure. Give you some examples to stimulate your mind. I'm going to make you this irresistible offer and also answer your specific questions, especially if you're here on the StreamYard so I can see the questions. If you are on one of the other platforms, I may not be able to see the question that you post, but I'll try to circle back. Or you can send an email to sam@therealsambennett.com and I will write you back. Okay? sam@therealsambennett.com. Go ahead. Julie says, all of the above and buy some local art and be gracious and generous and overpay the artist. Love. Love. All right. So let me just point out to you, you don't have blocks around money. None of this sounds blocked to me. This all sounds like this sounds great. Can we get in the flow of great? Maybe write this down for yourself. This sounds great. I love this. I love myself. I love money. I love the flow of money. Okay. All right. So I promised you some stories. All right. We're like 22 minutes in. Does anybody have any questions or anything that's like burning? They're like, wait, you've confused me, or wait, I need an answer on this. I don't want to move forward if you're stuck on something I've said back there. Rachel says European river cruise. Yes. June says massively support all the local live theaters. Wouldn't that be divine to just go to the theater and like drop a little check in their little box? Like, there you go. Enjoy the show. That would be so cool. Good. I'm assuming that silence equals assent, that as if you're not saying anything, it's because you're totally copacetic and everything's going great for you. Hi, Kay. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Tommy. All right. I'm assuming, okay, it seems like everybody's good. All right, we'll move forward then. All right, so I promised I would tell you the soup story, a story about a woman I knew in Chicago who made like $2,500 a month-ish by making soup. And by the way, this story and the other ones are based in true stories of actual people who actually did these numbers, but I've modified some of the details, partly to protect their anonymity and partly just to make it a better story. Like I've combined some client stories and stuff into one. So if you've heard these before and you're like, I don't remember it going that way, it's because I've tweaked the story a little bit to make it a better teaching story. But the basic facts are true. Okay. So this woman had a grown son who was developmentally disabled, and there was a lot of stuff he could not do, including live alone. But he could chop vegetables. So the two of them, and I think she had some kind of housebound thing, like maybe she had MS or chronic fatigue or long haul COVID like me. No, it was 20 years ago. She didn't have long haul COVID. So they started a soup subscription business. So you would sign up, and this was a business they could do in 2 days a week. One day they would make soup, and the next day they would deliver soup. They charged $40 a month. So for $40 a month, you could get a thing of soup delivered to your door. And they had about 50 clients, and they went to, there's a collection of high rises, there probably still is, in Chicago called Sandberg Terrace, the Sandberg apartment buildings. And so they found a bunch of people in those buildings who wanted it, which was great because it was a lot of young professionals. It was a lot of people who had more money than time. And it was before DoorDash and all that. So like getting food delivered was sort of a novelty. And, but so they didn't have to drive around all over town. They could go to this one building, stop on all the floors, deliver the soups, and be done. Right? So $40 a month, 50 clients, that's $2,000 a month. I think they also had some corporate clients or some offices that they also serviced. So, maybe that was another $400 a month in revenue. And then like another $100 a month just in catering or extras, or people would order double or have them do a party or something. And that was how they went to $2,500 a month. Now, $2,500 a month it isn't exactly, buy my lottery dream home money, but it's enough to make a difference in your life, right? It's enough to get you a weekly massage. It's enough to fix your car. It's enough to buy some new shoes, right? Especially if it's coming in every month. 2 days a week, $2,500 a month. Gross, obviously. There's some expenses there with the vegetables and stuff. And if that were my business and I was going to grow it a little bit more, I would probably maybe add homemade bread. Like for a little bit extra, you could get homemade bread or a salad. I might have a pickup only thing, so I didn't even have to drive around and deliver to anybody. I might have a vegan option. I might have it be like a gift service, like somebody could call me and I could bring soup to a sick friend, or to a memorial service, or to a party or something. Add brownies. Exactly. So that's one way to take something that's fairly simple and straightforward to do and turn it into some extra cash, right? The next story is about a friend of mine who is a broke ballerina. She was a dancer, and like a lot of dancers, she also had a job in fitness. She was a trainer. She was an actor. She did a lot of things. But she had an opportunity to do a production of Giselle, which was her dream, to play Giselle. And but she needed money. It needed money for the production. She needed money for the training to get her up to speed to be able to do the role. She needed shoes, and those shoes are expensive. Those ballet toe shoes, those are no joke, man. And so she was just despairing. Like, here she finally had the opportunity of a lifetime to play the role she'd always wanted to play, to dance the role she'd always wanted to dance, and no money to fund it. So she and I put her head together, and I said, look, you have to get back in top performance shape anyway. So why not share your morning workout with some subscribers, right? So maybe it's $500 for 6 weeks, and maybe they get up with you every morning. Every morning at 7, you're going to do your Giselle workout, and they get to do it with you. Well, $500, you get 20 people. That's $10K for 6 weeks of something you have to do anyway, right? And not only is it a great workout for anybody who wants to join you, but it also reconnects people with their inner ballerina, right? How many former dancers do I have in this group, right? How many of you would love to have even a little bit of time each day to be a ballerina again, to be a dancer again? She did it, actually. And she actually did the production, and it was incredible. And again, if I were going to grow that business, you could have different ballets, right? You could have the Swan Lake workout. You could have the Bill T. Jones workout. I don't know very much about dance, so you'll have to forgive me. But I can see having a bunch of different teachers doing different kinds of dance warm-ups and workouts. And I can also see offering like the Giselle experience. Like maybe it includes maybe it's a $10,000 program where there's the weekly workouts, or daily workouts, but you also get to fly to Paris, and maybe there's a photo shoot of you, dancing at the Paris Opera or backstage, or, maybe you stay in a nice hotel and get to go see some cool ballets. I don't know. But you can see how you could take that simple idea of a daily workout and grow it into something bigger, a bigger experience, a bigger community, and a more lucrative thing. All right? You vibing with me? You ticking here a little bit? Like, oh. This also makes me think of my friend Shiloh. Some of you know Shiloh Sophia. Wonderful, wonderful friend, great artist. She, for several years anyway, I don't know if she's still doing it, but she took a group to Paris. They would rent a villa outside of Paris. They would paint in the mornings and then go to galleries in the afternoon, or walk around Paris, or have the afternoon off, or whatever. Her husband happens to be a professional gourmet chef, so he made all these amazing meals for them. That's not a bad way to make money. All right. Third idea. I'm going to take just a little moment to say Sam Bennett is awesome, because we're 30 minutes in, and I think I've already given you probably 8 actionable ideas that you could be executing in 15 minutes a day. Not that you will, but you could. And I've been tuning into some other people's webinars, and they don't say anything real, right? Like, there's no real actionable things there. So if you're digging the real actionable thing, you might want to join me for Get It Done Lab, and you can see the information at therealsambennett.com/lab, L-A-B. Starts tomorrow. But if you're seeing this after tomorrow, if it's already after July 13th, you can jump in anytime. It's all recorded. Lots of people can't be there for the live things. Consider this your engraved invitation. Okay. The last example I said I would give you was about greeting cards. I knew an artist who sold a box of 10 cards. Every box of 10 cards she sold was $50, which is actually not that out of line for greeting cards. I don't know if you've priced out greeting cards even just at the CVS, but they're running $4 or $5 a piece. Easy. And these were beautiful, handmade, done and done. The boutique near my house has greeting cards like that for $10 a piece for one. Yeah, $10 at the store. Exactly. But this is some years ago too, so maybe we would adjust these prices for today, but good enough. So $50 for a box of 10. And the way she set it up is for every box of 10 that she sold, she sent 10 cards to kids in foster care. Because you know what kids in foster care don't get? Mail. Right? So it was a way to let them know that they were noticed, that they were special, to give them a little bit of art, because those cards were art cards. They were gorgeous. And then she took 20% of her net profit and donated it to a foster care organization that she was close to. So $50 for a box of 10, $20 went to overhead, cost of goods sold, printing, packaging, mailing, all that. $10 of it went to the charity that she was supporting, and $20 of it went as profit to her and her business. That works, right? And again, if we were going to expand, if we were going to make this a bigger business, we could certainly offer it to corporate, right? Offer it to small businesses or medium-sized businesses, thank you cards, birthday cards to employees, holiday cards, and maybe beautiful handwritten, let's bring back handwritten correspondence in this time of AI and we're not really sure what's real. How about an actual card sent from one actual person to another actual person? How meaningful would that be? What if I could hire them as an entrepreneur to say, hey, card company, would you send a thank you note to everybody who attended the Your Weird Thing Could Make You 10K by Halloween? How lovely would that be? Right? You could get somebody like my father. My father died a couple of years ago, but he had Palmer method handwriting. He had that beautiful, 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 perfect handwriting. So his grocery lists were something you would want to put in a frame. I mean, it was amazing. So, you could find somebody like my dad to hand adjust the envelopes for you. It would be very beautiful. Okay. So is this landing? Are we tingling? Are we having thoughts? Are we having feelings? Taylor, Jenna, Nini, Linda, are we twinkling along here? Like, maybe I can see something happening. Good. Are you having objections? Are you having something rise up in you that's like, I couldn't, that wouldn't, I can't, sure, for them. No, for you. For you. This can work for you. And again, 15 minutes a day. I'm not talking about hustle, burnout, 10 hours, work nonstop, kill yourself. No. Because again, I know a lot of you, I have long haul COVID, y'all. I can't work a full day. I have to have my business be efficient because I don't have the energy to do it any other way. And even if I weren't unwell, I have a life. I've got people I want to hang out with. I got cable TV to watch. I'm very busy. I got books to read. Right? And I know you do too. All right. But make a note for yourself. What's inspiring you? And where are you feeling blocked? Where are you feeling like, where's the objections coming up? Because I'm here to tell you those yeah buts are what's keeping you stuck. Right? You can do all the abundance meditations you want, but until you deal with those yeah buts, nothing's going to shift. Okay. Here's the big stuff. I want to talk you through eight business models. A business model is an art form. A business model is the way in which you design and serve. You take your talents and skills and you serve the world. Okay. And we often get trapped in just thinking about very limited business models like, oh, I'm an artist, I could sell my art. Well, yes, that is one business model, but there's others. So I want to run through these and see what sparks for you, see what feels fun, okay? Your business model is how your business makes money, okay? That's what that is. Let me just add a little PS here. I make stuff, promise myself I'm going to offer it for sale, and then don't, and keep it in a closet, and then wonder why I'm so broke. Not a great business model. And one that some of you are pursuing. I'm going to not talk about what I do when people ask me. Not a great business model. I'm going to be hard on myself about not doing more to promote my business and wonder about my visibility issues, but still not do anything to promote myself or work on my visibility issues. Not a great business model. Or it's a great business model for getting you the results you're getting right now. How about that? Maybe that's more fair. Okay. Pens clicked? We ready? Okay. The first business model is, again, sort of the most self-evident, right? You sell a thing. That is a product-based business model. I sell you soup. I sell you greeting cards. I sell you a thing, right? An item, okay? That would be one. Number two is what we call a service-based business model, which is that you do a thing, right? So one is selling a thing. I sell you soup. Two is I come to your house and I make you soup. I am a soup maker. I provide a service of soup making. Some of you are therapists or massage people or plumbers or, tradespeople. That's you providing a service. I'll editorialize later, right? So one, product-based. I sell you soup. Two, service-based. I come to your house and I make you soup. 3 is a teaching model. I teach you to make soup. And maybe I teach you to make soup online. I mean, the teaching happens online. The soup making is probably going to happen in your house. Right? So that's a teaching model. And it can be, we can combine these models, right? I can teach you to make soup and also provide you with soup recipes, or send you a soup box that has all the equipment in it, right? Something like that, a product and a teaching and a product, right? The 4th is, I don't know how to call this one, but like you create an experience around it. That's like we were talking about the Giselle thing, about maybe flying to Paris or whatever. So maybe with the soup thing, maybe I bring you to the farmer's market and we make soup together. Maybe it's for singles, maybe it's a soup dating thing, or, maybe we take photos and you get a soup bowl. I don't know, right? But we create it's not just making soup, it's a whole soup making experience. We see a lot of people making money with this, with Airbnbs, adding on these kinds of experiences to an Airbnb rental. And that's cool. Go somewhere different and have someone give you a soup day experience. Why not? The 5th business model is you creating a community around a thing. You creating a group, a tribe, a family, a collective, right? So maybe I host a weekly soup making event. I rent out the church kitchen. We have a social hall. It's for families. Or maybe it's an online thing. Maybe I have a Facebook group around soup, or a Substack newsletter around soup, right? So whatever it is, my business depends on me finding a lot of people who are into what I'm into and connecting them with each other and with me, building this community, right? Here's the great and glorious thing about that is you may sell things to that community, or you may charge them to be in that community. Oh, it's $10 a month to be in the soup family group. But you can also have an affiliate model, because when you own a group of people, like, oh, I've got a list of these 200 people here in the greater Lyme, Connecticut area who love soup. Well, I could get a sponsor, right? I could get somebody else who wants to reach those people, and I'll say, yeah, I'll mail for you soup conglomerate. I will provide, you pay me and I'll give a coupon to all these people, right? So to review, number 1, you make a thing and sell it, right? I sell soup. 2, service-based. I come to your house and do the thing. I make soup for you. 3, you teach a thing. I will teach you to make soup. Teaching model. 4, you create an experience around the thing, right? It's a whole day. I bring you to the farmer's market. We talk about what vegetables are in season and why this soup is better than other soups. I don't know. We take pictures for social media. We partner you up. It's a dating thing. It's a make friends thing. It's something else, right? Creating an experience. You create a community around the thing, right? We collect a whole bunch of people who are into this thing. Number 6, you consult about the thing, right? So I show people and organizations how they can use the principles of soup making to build better teams, right? I take my expertise in soup and I bring it to other people in industries to help them do better at whatever it is they're interested in doing better at. All right. 7, train the trainers, teach the teachers, right? So I show other soup makers how to improve. I show other soup making teachers how to run their soup making teaching business more effectively and more efficiently and make more money. Okay. And then number 8 is you curate wisdom around your thing, right? You're a thought leader. That's what they call that. So you write articles, you review other soup makers, you review recipes or knives or cookbooks or whatever. You become an authority, you demonstrate your authority around your wisdom of this thing. Okay? So that's 8 different business models. There's more than 8, but these are the 8 that I thought would be most useful to you. None of them require a website. None of them require a list. None of them require anything other than you spending 15 minutes a day building the thing. Do I think you could get one of these businesses up and running in 90 days? Yes. Do I think you could get 10K for the simplest possible version of any of these? Absolutely. Absolutely. You do have to do it. But again, I think you can do it fairly easily and well. Are you having ideas? Are you having objections? Here's what I'm hoping you're taking away from this. Stop thinking about selling one thing, right? This is where you all get hung up, is you're like, well, I could sell the thing, but then I've sold it and then I don't have it anymore. And it seems like a drag, right? The more you give people an experience and a story, the more valuable and memorable it is to them, and the more you can charge. Lisa says, can you run through those models with something like creative writing, not a physical creation? Sure. Okay. 1, sell the thing. You write creatively and sell it. Magazine articles, books, whatever. 2, you doing a thing, service-based. So I'm a creative writer. I will do creative writing for you. I'm a writer for hire. Okay. 3, you teach a thing. I will teach creative writing to other people who are interested. 4, you create an experience around a thing. So I'm going to create a writer's retreat in which people who've never written a word in their lives are going to come, and we're going to experiment with words and language, and it's going to involve dance and movement, so it's not too heady. And we're going to sit around the campfire at night and feel great and share our stories, right? 5, you can create a community around a thing. Gosh, I noticed there's a lot of people who've self-published their first book and haven't sold it. I'm going to create a community of people who want to sell more of their self-published books or sell more of their creative writing. And we're just going to be in community together and support each other and share resources. And it's a live group that meets once a week or once a month, or it's a Facebook group, or it's a, live stream like this is. I don't know. It's whatever, right? So you build a community and people pay $50 a month to be part of this community. And you bring in guest speakers and you give them time to talk to each other like that. 6, you consult about the thing. Hey, corporate, your writing is boring and terrible. I am a fabulous creative writer. I would like to come in and show you how to write emails that are not incredibly tedious and boring. I would like to show you how to make your PowerPoint presentations compelling. I would like to show you how to use storytelling in your presentations so that you can get your team on board and make more money. Hello, corporate America, right? Teach the teachers, train the trainers, right? I teach other creative writing teachers, or I teach other creative writing professionals how to be better at what they do, how to get a master's level, thing, how to teach this particular genre of creative writing, flash fiction or super short stories or whatever it is. I've got this specialty where I teach other people, and maybe I even certify them or license my material so they can teach it, right? You too could be a get it done instructor. Okay. You create wisdom, you're a thought leader. I am a creative writer who reviews other creative writing. I talk about the state of creative writing as an industry. I do studies, I collect information, I share it with the public. I'm the go-to person whenever there's a new breaking news around creative writing. I'm the person they call. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Breaking news, Jonathan Franzen says. And maybe I review other creative writers or other creative writing tools. Here's why I love Scrivener and don't love Living Writer. Like that. How's that, Lisa? Does that work for you? I can do this all day. Does anybody have a question? Does anybody have another thing that you think, well, this wouldn't work for me? Because I'm here to tell you the thought, this wouldn't work for me, is what's keeping you broke. The self-sufficiency disease of, well, but then I'd have to do it. It's just going to be more work for me. That's what's keeping you broke. This idea that like, oh, it could be easy. Oh, it could be fun. Good Side of Bad Movie is here. Hi, Jules. That's so fun. Adrian says, awesome. Thank you very much. Lisa says, got some ideas. Would love to hear other options from other people too. Yep. So, I mean, but then again, really think about what it is you want to be doing. You know, like what else can you combine here? Like, oh, I love camping and I love creative writing. So I'm going to lead a camping trip in the Sierra that's, you know, just one overnight. We're going to take the ferry over to Catalina or to Two Harbors, and we're going to camp there. We're going to camp. We're going to talk about creative writing. We're going to do some creative writing. The next morning, we're going to do this creative writing exercise, and then we're going to get on the boat and go home. That's awesome. You curate an experience like that for people, give them a community, give them something memorable. Again, you can charge whatever you want for that. Okay. Maya says, I don't want to make and sell food. We didn't talk about health permits and licensing, right? True. But I do a class on soups if people were interested, or on meal plans. Right, sure. Meal plan, you're just providing soup recipes, simple soup recipes, right? More different models from different biz types or skill types, hobby things. I mean, and again, it doesn't have to be fun or glamorous. I mean, I'm talking about things that I think are fun and glamorous, or would be fun for me. But I also know someone who makes an incredible amount of money having a poop picking up service. That's right. They will come to your house and pick the poop up off your lawn, whatever, twice a week. It ain't glamorous, but it's lucrative. Anytime you are willing to do something for someone that they are not willing to do for themselves, or they cannot do for themselves, you can charge whatever you want. All right. One time I offered this exact training, and I asked people ahead of time, like, what's your weird thing? Like, what's the thing you think you could never make money at? And my favorite one was cloud watching. And I'm like, oh yeah, you can totally make money cloud watching. If you told me that there's a cloud watching workshop happening in the park Saturday afternoon, and it's $50, and you're going to give me a blanket to lay on, and I'm going to lay down and watch the clouds, and maybe you're going to play some music or teach me a song about clouds, or maybe give me an opportunity to do some journaling. Oh my gosh, I would love that. How fun would that be? It could be like a whole bridal shower thing. Like, bring your entire bridal party and we'll do cloud watching together. I don't know. Lisa says, my friend who is injured has someone come do that for their very hilly yard. Right, exactly. Yeah, it's right up there with the landscaping service. Like, have someone come pick up the poop. It's a great job. Okay. I will be very upset if I have put all this in front of you and you decide that you can't, that now's not a good time, that you can't afford it, that you have to think about it, and then you think about it so long that the opportunity passes. That will bum me out. That will bum me out. Because what I know from having worked, again, with thousands and thousands of highly creative people is the phrase, now's not a good time, is code for I'd rather quit than fail. I'll say this again. Now's not a good time is secret code for I would rather quit than fail. Say that out loud to yourself and see if it resonates for you. I'd rather not try than fail. I'd rather make an excuse. I'd rather push it off than be seen to fail. This I can't afford it thing, let me make a distinction. If you are having rent and grocery issues, you're right. Now is not a good time for you to invest in this. If you are anything above the rent and grocery issues thing, I don't know how you could not invest in this. the way this course is structured, it's designed to double your money, right? So you go to therealsambennett.com/lab, LAB, and you'll see the tuition there. And if you put in the coupon code LAB500, all caps, it'll knock $500 off the tuition. That was supposed to expire like on Monday, but I forgot to take the date off it. So it's still, so the coupon code's still good. So I'll take $500 off it. You can use the payment plan if you want. You're welcome to enroll, get all the bonuses. There's like a billion bonuses that are amazing, including how to make $1,000 anytime you want, which you get immediately. This training is incredible. It has caused more income generation more easily for more people than anything else I'm aware of. I get emails all the time where people are like, oh, I watched how to make $1,000 anytime you want, and I made $1,000 like 2 days later. I had one person who listened to it. She said she listened to it 3 times in 4 days and made $7,000 in a week. Your mileage may vary. I'm not promising anything. You have to be the agent of change here. But I'm telling you, it's really kind of fun and magic and sideways. And it's not meant to be like your whole life. I'm not saying you're committing to something forever. It's how to bring in $1,000 pretty much right away, right? The other way to think about this is, how much is it costing you to not take action? How much longer can you afford to not be bringing in the money that you know you need for now and for the future? How much is it costing your spirit to not do these things? Whoops, verify. Hold on, drag the puzzle piece into place. Oh, Live is concerned that I'm not actually a person. Okay, I'm here. I'm back. Hi, everybody. I know that you've tried things before. And I want to tell you, you did not fail at those things. I know this feeling of like, well, I bought all the books already. I took that class. I only did the first 3 exercises. I didn't pay attention. Yeah, because most stuff is really boring and it's not really worth hanging around for the last 3 exercises, right? This is for you, about you. This is not like follow the Sam Bennett system and everything will work out. My system is to help you find your system. I don't know what you're going to do for 15 minutes a day, but I know that if you spend 15 minutes a day doing it, you will see results. Why? Because when you do things, things happen. And when you sit around thinking about doing things, I just saw this the other day. I heard some guys, I never heard this before. This guy said, thinking is a version of dissociating. Thinking is a version of dissociating. And it's true. Well, I have to think about it. Now I'm not in the moment. Now I am pondering. Now I'm in the fantasy of my mind. I'm running the movies in my mind that say I might fail. People might laugh at me. What if it doesn't work? When the only answers to those questions are in the doing of it. And when you're doing it for 15 minutes a day, like I said, you do things, things happen, you get results, things change. And if it's not perfect, so what? You're going to do it again tomorrow. It's 15 minutes. And yes, there may be days that you're going to have to spend the whole day on it, or, your 15 minutes turns into 4 hours. Fabulous, whatever. The last thing I want to say here is, if you are feeling like, I'm not sure, okay, I'm not sure if this is right for me. Hi, Julie. Hi, Jacqueline. I'm not sure. I want you to know that you can trust yourself. Go ahead and write that down. I can trust myself. You can trust yourself to keep your promises to yourself, especially when you are in community with other like-minded people to cheer you on, to support you. We have a daily practicum every weekday for 15 minutes a day, starting at 12 noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, 5 British summertime. We hop on the Zoom. We say hello, set the timer for 15 minutes. Timer goes off, and everybody looks up with this post-orgasmic glow like, oh my gosh, something amazing just happened, right? But it works because it's on your calendar. It's time specific. You're in community. We're body doubling. We're in parallel play. It's awesome. You get that with Get It Done Lab. That's part of the program, right? And if you are the kind of person who's got that inner rebel, that inner teenager who's like, I don't think so, and you can't make me, I want to remind you that you get to do this breaking the stupider rules. You get to sneak around the American economy. You get to sneak around all the things that everybody said weren't possible. When I started my business, I started sending emails, and a lot of them were poems. A lot of you are on my email list, and if you're not, you certainly should be. realsambennett.com, therealsambennett.com. Go over there, get on the email list. But you'll see, I send a lot of poems. I built a 6-figure business off of poetry, people. If I can do it, you can too. All right. So this is the moment where I want you to commit. I want you to make a yes or no decision. Yes, Sam, I'm in. I'm doing it. I'm signing up right now. therealsambennett.com/lab. I'm frightened. I'm bubbling. I can feel it in my belly, but I'm doing it because I have faith in myself. Faith is not something you have to generate. It's something you have to receive. I already have faith in you. God already has faith in you. Everybody else in this room already has faith in you. We know you can do it. You don't have to believe you can do it. We know you can do it. You can borrow faith from us until you experience the faith for yourself. Right? Like, oh, I don't have confidence. Well, of course you don't have confidence. You haven't done it yet. Confidence is the thing that comes after. You don't say like, you don't have confidence that you can jump off the high dive before you jump off the high dive. Before you jump off the high dive, it's just nothing but terror and maybe a little excitement and anticipation. But then you do it. You jump off the high dive, and then you're like, oh, now I have confidence because I've done it. Right? You bring in your first $10, your first $100, your first $1,000, your first $5,000, your first $10,000. Oh, you say, what's that sound I wanted you to make? Oh. I think the other reasons to do this would involve gloating. Like, imagine being at the Labor Day barbecue. People are like, what did you do this summer? You're like, oh, hair toss. Yeah, I made 10 grand. Like in my free time, just in 15 minutes a day. Doing this thing that I love to do with people that I love to do it with. How about you? Gloat. For many of you, investing in this program is a tax deduction. This is not tax advice. I am not a tax professional. Please consult with your local tax professional. This is only me speaking about my own personal experience. This is not tax, legal, or financial advice at all. Clear? Clear. Okay. In my world, I can write education off because it is a business expense. And again, you got extra cash. You are your own economy. You can write those donation checks. You can buy those massages. You can get those shoes. You can do the things that you love to do, that you need to do, that you want to do. A special present for a special friend, you know. Oh, I forgot to say. At the end of the 90 days, I will send an email to my entire list featuring your work, as many of you want to do it. Right? So it's going to be one email with everybody's stuff on it. Oh, here's Lisa's creative writing offer. Here's this offer. Here's this person's offer. Here's that person's offer. I'm going to put it in front of my entire list. You don't have to, but this is an opportunity that you cannot buy. I do not sell my list. I do not rent my list. And this is not me selling or renting. This is me making available the awesome things that you do to my awesome list. And I will tell you, it is a large list and they are very responsive. Okay. We are here at the top of the hour. I'm happy to stay on and answer questions. What's bubbling up for you? What are you objecting to? Where are you like, well, I would, but. Where's all those buts? Where are you getting in your own way? Because again, I don't care if you don't sign up. Of course I care. I want you in this class. I want you in this group. If you want to be here. But if it's not right for you, a good, clean no. Mike Robbins. Oh my gosh. Hi, Mike Robbins. I want you in this group. And if it is not right for you, I want you to say, thank you, Sam. It's not right for me. Click, end of story. And you can feel good knowing that you have been decisive and clear. If you do want to do it, then I want you to say yes to yourself. I want you to have the confidence that you're going to make the money back before the American Express bill comes. And I want you to feel excited. I want you to feel good about that decision. I don't want you to be, well, maybe, well, I'm not sure. Well, I'm thinking about it. Well, I'm pondering. No, stop it. Yes or no. You probably decided before you even got on this call. So just admit to yourself what you have decided. Well, now's not a good time. It's summer. Bullshit. Now's the perfect time. Why? Because it's now. Maya says, still basking in faith isn't something you need to generate. It's something you get to receive. That's right. That's right. I used to think of faith as like, yeah, something I had to self-generate, like starting a motorcycle, like, I just need to have more faith. Come on, like trying to get the faith thing to turn over. I just trust my, and I realized, no, faith is not something I have to create. Faith is something I have to receive. The universe already has faith in me. God already has faith in me. My friends already have faith in me. My clients already have faith in me. So it is not my job to chase faith down. It is my job to open my heart and receive it. And to know that that sacred agreement, that faith, is justified. What else? What other thoughts do you have? What's bubbling up for you? Veruca Salt. I was just making a Veruca Salt joke earlier today. Yay, Veruca Salt. Veruca Salt was the one in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory who wanted more. I think you want more. I think you should have more. I think you can have more. I think there's a lot of ways for you to do it. And I want to get you there. 90 days, 15 minutes a day, 10K. And you're welcome to sign up, do the first session, spend the first 2 weeks with us. If it's not for you, tell me it's not for you. We'll refund your tuition, no harm, no foul. You can even keep all the bonuses. Thanks for giving it a try. Just let us know before the second session, right? That's fair, right? You also get a copy of the book, by the way. That's one of the bonuses. We'll send you a copy of the 15-minute method. You can get it in Audible or hard copy. We'll send you either one you want. So, all right, you're being suspiciously silent. This makes me concerned that you're just like trying to back out of the room quietly and not wake up the baby. Like, I'm not going to enroll in Sam's thing. I like the free stuff, and I'm aware that the free stuff is not really going to change things for me, but I just want to not have to say things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How to help my church with creative fundraising, right? 15 minutes a day, babe. We can absolutely spend this Get It Done Lab creating a plan for your church to bring in 10K in 90 days. Would that make a difference to that church? I bet it would. And once you've done it once, you can do it over and over and over again, right? Maya says, so true about summer. In the past, I've prioritized summer things, but my energy is highest in the summer, sunshine versus winter. So can't wait to start with you tomorrow. 15 minutes a day. This I can do. Plus, I did eat potato chips for dinner. It's Friday. Absolutely. Adrian says, I'm in. Second time around. Looking forward to it. Can't wait. Good. Yes, some of you are already signed up. I'm delighted. I'm so thrilled. It's going to be a great group. This cohort is extraordinary. And there's some people who've done this is our 8th cohort. So we've been doing this for what, like 3 years? There's people who've been in it the whole time. Right? Because it's worth it to them. It's a good container for them. They get inspired, keeps them on track. You're going to fall off the wagon? Sure, but then you get right back on. 15 minutes a day, every single day. Preferably before you check your email. Good. Who else? Who else is in? realsambennett.com/lab. All right. If you enroll tonight, I'll give you a one-on-one with me. How about that? I don't really offer one-on-ones very much. And when I do, they start at $850 a session. And they're totally worth it. So if you're on the fence and you would like a little incentive to come over to this side of the fence, if you enroll during this lab, not just tonight, but during this actual live thing, before I turn off the camera, you can have a one-on-one with me. Okay. June has been with us since the beginning. Life-changing, she says, in so many ways. Thank you, honey. Karen says, there's always the thought that others are better at the skill, imposter syndrome. Karen, of course other people are better than you at things. Of course they are. What are you, best in the world at everything? No. You don't have to be able to help everybody. You don't have to know everything. You're not an imposter. You know what you know. Say that with me. I know what I know. Do I know everything? No. Do I know what I know? Yeah. You don't need to know everything to help people 10 steps behind you on the path get to where you are. And that's all we're talking about. Your work does not have to be perfect to be available, to be desirable, to be paid for. Perfect is a myth. Perfect is a trap. Perfect is some fucked up game somebody played with you inside of your head. Knock it off. Imposter, what, are you pretending to be a person? No. Right now, you're pretending to be a person. Right now, you're pretending to be a person who doesn't know everything you know. Right now, you're pretending to be a person whose work is not worth enough to charge for it. The imposter syndrome is happening now. The glory is when you step in to the truth of, I have something to offer this world. The truth is, you have ways you can help people. And you withholding it from them because you think it's not good enough or you think you're not expert enough, that is selfish behavior. You understand me? You keeping it inside, playing small, keeping your art in a closet, keeping your desires in a drawer, that's you being an imposter. That's you pretending you don't want what you want and you can't do what you know you can do. The truth is you start making steps. And will you screw it up? 100% you will screw it up. I can't count how many mistakes I've made today even. It's not about not making mistakes. It's not about being perfect and impeccable and having no one ever say anything critical to you. It's about you being real in the world and sharing the truth of who you are. And as this AI thing grows, authenticity, realness, being a real creative human being with real thoughts coming out of your real head in real time, that's going to be the thing that you can charge the most for. Because no computer can do that. AI can do a lot of things, computers can do a lot of things, but they cannot create the way you create. Maya says, I love it when Fierce Mama Kali Sam comes out. This is what I'm here for. It's true. It's true. I love to bring down the hammer of sunshine upon you. I'm liking this about this. I never thought about this before, that that imposter syndrome is actually is happening now. And it's not about you not, pretending that you're something you're not. The thing you're pretending you're not is not capable, not reliable, not trustworthy, not a genius, not brilliant, not beautiful, not lovable, not kind. Do you think the world does not need your kindness? The world needs your friendship. The world needs your magic. And it's probably inside of the thing you got criticized for as a kid, which I know makes it tough. But we're grown-ups now. We can do this. Yes? All right. So who's with me? Hi, AOK Tracy. Great to see you, love. Who's in? because I'm going to turn off this thing soon. And when I turn it off, the one-on-one goes away. And I'm just saying this to tip you over into action, right? I'm so grateful you all have been here with me. I hope this has inspired you. I hope it has given you some ideas. Faye is in. Woo! Faye, just now. Well done, you. Very proud. Proud to know you. Yay, Faye. Way to go, Faye. Hey, hey, Faye. Have you heard this your whole life? This is so fun for me, though. I've never had a friend named Faye before. See you in lab. Yep. Lisa Louise, I'm in. I've been tipped. Yay. That's fantastic. Oh, you guys are making my day over here. This cohort, I'm telling you right now, the people in this cohort are going to blow your mind. And I'm giving you time every single session because I got so many requests for this. So every single session, I'm giving you time and breakout so you all get to know each other, right? Because I don't know about y'all, but we're starved for community. We're starved for validation. We're starved for new friends. We're starved for people who get it, right? And I know a lot of us, as we were talking about at the beginning, have been the outsiders our whole lives. We've been the weird kids our whole lives. In this community, you are not the weird kid. You are the special, glorious, wonderful kid that we are so happy to have. Faye says, haha, happy to be new friends. Yay, yay. Good. All right, now I'm psyched. Who else is in? Who else is in? This is me tickling you. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Who else is in? Does anybody have any questions? Anything you're like, well, but Sam, yeah, but I would, but. Who has an existing business? You're like, I don't think I can grow it in 15 minutes a day. Oh, I think you can. I think you can. Yeah, oh, I'll get fierce. Because it's on your behalf. I'm not doing you any good to mollycoddle you and tell you, you know, that your self-delusion is fine. Your light is everything. There's only one of you. There's only one of you living inside of your head. There's only one of you who has your ideas. There's only one of you who sees things the way you do. There's only one of you who has the heart that you have, who's suffered the pain that you have suffered, who knows the things that you know. And we do not have forever to share that with the world. That's why I get fierce. It's because the time is now. We do not have unlimited time. We all have friends who are not here anymore to do their work. And it is in honor of them and in gratitude for them that we must now pick ourselves up and say, I will do my work. I will not leave this planet without having left my work behind. I will not be on my deathbed thinking, oh gosh, I really wish I'd done that. Right? You've got something amazing to share. The world needs you now more than ever. Go to therealsambennett.com/lab. Use the promo code LAB500, all caps, all one word, LAB500. That'll give you a discount. You'll get all the bonuses right away. And we start tomorrow. And if you can be there live, great. And if you can't, that's fine. We'll have the recording posted as soon as we can. And you can go back and review. Good. All right. Well, it's getting late here on the East Coast. And I want to thank you so much for taking the time to be here with me. It means the world to me. It's an honor to get to be the one who tells you that you can do it, because I know you can. I've seen you do it. I've seen people way dumber than you do it. I've seen people with way less talents and skills do it. Okay. So let's take one more breath to close out this particular circle. Okay. Put your hand on your belly. Maybe put your hands on your face. Maybe put your hands out. Maybe give yourself a big hug. And let's inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you. Thank you for doing this with me. Thank you for being here, Veronica. Everybody, therealsambennett.com/lab, LAB. Sign up. Let's change your world. Starting now. Thanks, everybody.